Up, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? What is up? We're here. We're here, everybody. What is up? What is up? You see, this is one of the benefits of being back home in America is I get to come on live a lot earlier. Brother Dylon, Johanna, Joey, thank you. Sand, get that daily heart me in. Great to see everybody. This is one of the beautiful things about being in America, everybody. I get to be on very early. Okay, usually I'm on at like 10 p.m. What's up, Big O? Big Jake? Samantha, I'm on every single day. I did take 2 days off. Because I was flying. I was in the air flying. Thank you, G-Tac. Pitbull Dad, great to see you. Thank you, G-Tac. Great to see everybody. We are back in the USA, baby. We in the USA. USA. And I'm in a great mood. What's up, Tammy? Tammy, aren't you happy I'm not streaming at 10 p.m. in the evening anymore? I am in America, and I get to stream early. Thank you, Mary and Victoria. USA. We back, baby. We back in the USA. We back in the USA. I'm Tammy. Beautiful. Thank you, Mama Jamie. What's up, Charlie? I'm telling you guys, I'm so happy to be back. Man, I feel more and more energized with every passing day that goes by. I feel excellent. Thank you, Eric. You know, it's kind of interesting. I'm not even that tired because right now I should be pretty tired, but I'm actually not that tired at all. I feel like my schedule is pretty much almost back. I'm almost back at the right time zone, so I feel fine. I ran a lot of errands today. It's 6:40 p.m. on the East Coast. I ran a lot of errands today, and we're gonna be streaming for a few hours tonight. We're gonna do a little dinner stream. Thank you, Winona. We're gonna do a little dinner live stream. So I'm gonna chat with you guys for about an hour. Man, Jerry, you better stop playing with me, Jerry. Stop playing with me, Jerry. You play too much, Jerry. You play with me. You playing with me. I never lost the ability to drive, Synergy. I just don't have a driver's license in America, which I need to go and get. But I got a lot of errands done today. My dad drove me to the bank. Got a lot of errands done. And aren't you guys happy I'm streaming at 6 p.m. instead of 10 p.m.? Share the live stream, everybody. Tap on the screen. Y'all, we need to make it back in the League A2, though, for real, y'all. Like, for real. We need to make it back in the League A2. I need all y'all to get that daily heart me in. Like, I'm for real, man. I need all you guys to get that daily heart me in, please. And we gotta get back in the League A2. Which, let me see how far I am from League A2, so I have an idea of how much I need to go in order to get the fragments. I need 178,000 diamonds to get the 3 fragments. Okay. Doable. It's doable, y'all. It's doable. We could do this. It's doable. So let me tell you guys some big news that's coming up, man. I had a talk with Panda like about 20 minutes ago. We were on the phone for like half an hour. I'm leaning more and more towards pushing the Japan trip until the beginning of May or the end of April. I'm leaning more and more towards that direction. And instead, what I'm thinking about is I should fly back from Los Angeles to spend another month and a half with my mom and dad before I leave. Because it just feels like everything is so rushed. You know, it feels like I'm rushing. You know, it feels like I'm just rushing for no reason. I'm only staying at home for 4 days. Get that daily. Charlie, I need you to moderate for me, dog. What's up, man? You know what I'm saying? I feel like staying with my parents a little bit longer. What's up, who is Johnny? Maybe I should just stay with my mom and dad a little bit longer. Chill at home for a little bit, you know, maybe for like another month and a half. My mom keeps saying I'm too skinny. Maybe eat some of that mom's cooking. You know, eat some good cooking from mother. Mothers cook good cooking. Thank you, Marcus and Lena. Everybody is so supportive. Stan, I'm in the United States, Stan. I'm in North Carolina. All of you guys are so supportive. Like, no one is rushing for me to go to Japan. Everybody's like so supportive of me staying at home and just getting some more quality time with my parents. Thank you, Kat and Annie. Everybody get that daily heart me in. Get that daily heart me in, y'all. Let's get that daily heart me in. Tembre, I hope so. What's up, Mary? Yeah, so like you guys are all so supportive of me staying here. So what I'm thinking about is this, because I what's up, Mike? What's up, Susie? What I'm thinking about is I'm gonna stay here in North Carolina till the 11th. I'm gonna stay with Oliver starting on Friday. I'm gonna be chilling with Oliver, and then I go to Las Vegas, and then I go from Las Vegas. No Chipotle yet, but eating the home cooking. But I will. Thank you, Lefty. Everybody get that daily heart me in. 21 penny. So I go from Las Vegas to LA, and instead of going from LA to San Francisco and flying from San Francisco to, yes, Susie, I'm thinking about staying with my mom and dad for like another month and a half. Thank you, Purple. But here's the pros and cons. I'm going to lay it out. I'm going to let you guys, let me know in the comments how you feel about all this, okay? Thank you, Stan. So if we go to Japan in early May instead of late March, the pros is that the weather is actually going to be better. It's going to be like nice and warm. It's going to be very good weather. What's up, Russell? Thank you, Kat. The pros is that it's going to be better weather, and it's also going to be cheaper because Sakura is over, okay? Not as many tourists. Still going to be a lot of tourists, but not as many. So it's going to be a little bit cheaper. And I will be in Japan for like a month and a half, and then I go to China. But the problem with that is obviously we don't get to see Sakura. All the other stuff will look exactly the same. The buildings, the streets, they look exactly the same. But we won't be able to see the cherry blossom, the Sakura. That only happens for like 5 days at the end of March. So, but everything else will be the exact same. You know, and it's actually a little bit cheaper. You know, it's actually exactly, Sandy. I was looking forward to it, but then, you know, it's like everybody and their mama is here. But I was like, you know, I kind of want to spend some time with my parents. You know what I'm saying? What's up, BB? I kind of want to spend some time with my parents and maybe spend like a month and a half at home. Okay, we're lagging? We're not lagging. Thank you, Day Day. We're not lagging. Are we lagging? Thank you, Stan. There's no lag, right? I mean, I'm using the internet at home. There's no lag. Okay. Because Charlie was like, lag city. What the hell is he talking about? Okay. Yeah, so I'm like, thank you, BB. So I'm like, you know, maybe I should just stay. Thank you, Alicia. Maybe I just stay with my Aloha. Any good sights to see in North Carolina? Well, you know, we can go to the university. We can go to like a national park. You know, go some, you know, Great Smoky Mountains. You know, there's a lot of stuff to see in North Carolina. But another good thing about being here on this time zone is that I get to be on the same time zone as you guys, right? Like, right. Mike, I agree, man. I agree with you, Mike. And, you know, I'm on the same time zone as you guys, so I don't need to worry about, you know, you know, streaming so late at night, because I could be streaming, from the same time zone as most of you guys. Thank you, Prestigious Life, for the heart me. Yeah, everybody get that daily heart me in. Let me tell you guys some things that happened today, though. North Carolina has really pretty much not changed at all. You know, I went to the bank today with my pops, and we were just, you know, we were on the road for like an hour and a half, because we have some business on another bank, and I was just looking out the road on the highway, and I was just looking, man. Southern hospitality is very much still alive here in North Carolina. Like, the Southern hospitality is still very much around. Like, I can't speak for Raleigh or Charlotte, but the small towns like Chapel Hill, Southern hospitality is still very much alive. Like, I feel it when I went into the bank. I mean, thank you, Pat Zurich. Thank you, Stan. Like, it's just like, oh, Charlie, man, when we're indoors, we don't need to push the Venmos and the Cash Apps. They know what it is. We got to push our subscriptions when we're indoors. The subscriptions is the most important. We just posted a brand new subscriber exclusive video. Thank you, Julie. We just posted a brand new subscriber exclusive video. We want everybody to subscribe to the channel. Let me continue with what I was saying, though. So you go into the bank, and it's a bank I haven't been in 6 years. And I saw the bank manager. She recognized me. I recognized her. I am on early, Trent, because I'm on the USA time zone now. I'm no longer on the freaking China time zone where I'm waking up so late in the morning. I'm in the USA time now, so I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna be streaming a lot earlier. Yeah, man, it's just like, North Carolina really hasn't changed at all, in my opinion. People are just still chilling. Thank you, Hollywood. Oh man, thank you, Mike, for the subs. Mike just sent out 16 subs, y'all. Yo, give Mike, y'all, everybody thank Mike for the subs. If you got a free sub from Mike, please give Mike a word of thank you. Thank you, Mike. He just triggered a sub wave. Thank you, Mike. Southern hospitality, thank you, Mike. Southern hospitality is very much alive. People are very nice. People are genuinely helpful. Like, the people that I ran into today at the bank, man, they were like genuinely kind and helpful, and they do their job just like really well. It's very orderly. The people are just like very nice, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, Greg. They just good people, man. Like, people when you're on the roads in North Carolina, there's not that many people on the roads. When you're on the highway, when you're on the just like not that many cars. The same North Carolina that I remember, just like it's a totally different way of living. What's up, Bad Dream? It's a totally different way of living compared to Shenzhen. Like people look at me in my eyes. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Tammy, for the subs. Thank you, Tammy. People look at me in my eyes and they, give you the nod of the head and they give you a greeting, hello. Thank you, BB and Alicia. I mean, it's just, for me, it's just like, I feel like people are really, a lot of people have said on my in the comments in my streams when we're streaming that they feel like people have gotten nastier and they've gotten meaner in the last couple of years since COVID. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Happy Old. But I feel like, man, North Carolina feels pretty much the same. I haven't had a chance to walk into a store yet, but it feels like nothing much has changed. I really do feel like the Southern hospitality spirit is still there. The American way of living is very different from the Chinese way of living. I think most of you guys know that. And I think I'm starting to understand why you guys like to watch the live streams when I just started doing very mundane things in China. Like we would go into a store, or thank you, Hostel. We would walk into a store. We would go into we would go into like just very mundane things. You guys find it interesting because life really is very different. It really is very different from the from China. Things here, it feels like, how do I say this, man? It just feels like in so many parts of North Carolina that I've been to, it feels like that I've seen, it feels like life very much stays still. And it's not a bad thing. There's no like this invisible whip that is whipping you, that wants you to just move, progress. Things stay the same, but it's okay. We just kind of move at our own pace. Everything is like, nothing is too rushed, but it's okay. What's up, Tasha? You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Lo Felix. Thank you, Tasha. So it's like, when I come back to the neighborhood, my dad is like, he's driving his car, and then you can see a couple neighbors walking their dog. My dad would stop the car and like say hello to them. You know, hello neighbor. You know, just like real nice shit. You know, people smile at each other, man. Don't nobody smile at me when I'm in China on the streets. Don't nobody do that shit. Don't nobody smile at me. Smile at me for what? Nobody smiles at me for anything. You know? Okay, Tasha, I will. I just get too many messages. I will. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Josh. So it's like, you know, for all the folks that are living in the United States, man, regardless of your age bracket, I just feel like, thank you, Jerry, man. Thank you, Jerry. I just feel like, man, it's a totally different lifestyle here. People are a lot more chill. People are a lot more friendly. Even with all the political division that we have back home, I still think like things are really chill. Thank you, Sandra. I really do, man. I really feel like things are very chill. Thank you, Southern. Thank you, Minerva. Thank you guys for the Raptor. Thank you. See, now here's the $1 million question. Would I stay? I probably talk with my dad more than I have in the last couple of months, being face-to-face with my dad, just chatting with him. I also asked my dad what he thinks he's going to do when he retires. Thank you, Pam. So my daddy is a full-blown American citizen now. Like, my dad used to have a green card. He used to be a Chinese citizen. My daddy is a full-blown American citizen now. And I was asking my dad, I was like, so what you going to do? When you retire, where do you want to live? And where do I want to live? And, I feel like the answer is like, how do I say this, man? I feel like at this point in my life, I still need to make my way eventually back to China, because even though I could live very well out here in America, I could live a very decent life out here, I still feel like there's some unfinished business that I have to do in China related to this channel. There's some more content that I need to make, some more areas that I need to explore, and some more personal growth that I need to do. But so for me, I still feel like I need to make my way back to the Far East eventually, later this year. Very early later this year, not like September or December, or October, in like a couple months. But I just feel like America is a place where it's like, I don't know. And also, you guys say that things are expensive. I was asking my mom and dad about, like, for example, this thing right here. This bottle of water right here. I think it was like, what's up, Jamie? I think it was like maybe $2.50. In Chinese, Mike. In Chinese. Sometimes I'm mixing a little bit of English, but mostly in Chinese. This was like $2.50. My parents bought, because they know I drink out of glass in China. So what's up, Goody? So they went to Whole Foods and they bought me like these Whole Foods brand water that was in a glass. It's from Italy. It was $1.99. And I was looking at the gas station. Gas is cheap in North Carolina, $2.78 a gallon. I saw it today on the streets. Thank you, Jeremy. $2.78 a gallon for a gallon of gas. Apollo, that's very cheap. It used to be like $3.50, $4, right? In North Carolina, $2.78. What's up, Maggie? So gas is pretty cheap. So I haven't had a chance to go walk into a store yet. I haven't gone into a Chipotle yet because I've been eating at home. But I will. On Friday, I'm going to go into, Chipotle. I'm going to go into a restaurant. I'm going to have lunch with my friends. Thank you, Apollo. Thank you, Pond Hopper. But it feels like things are, eggs are crazy. Eggs are super expensive. You can't even find them. My dad wasn't even able to buy eggs on Monday when he picked me up. He couldn't even get eggs at the market. Fortunately, we had some left over, but yeah, I haven't really. I just booked a plane ticket. Let me tell you guys, I just booked a plane ticket from. I just booked it like 20 minutes ago. The reason I booked it is because I can cancel it within 24 hours if I need to. But I saw a really good deal. I booked it with Delta. I just booked it. Basic economy. Los Angeles to Raleigh. So West Coast to the East Coast. Thank you, Mike, for the subs. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Sukiyaki Sauce. Thank you, Mike. Los Angeles to Raleigh, North Carolina. Guess how much the plane ticket was? Basic economy with Delta. Basic economy, the cheapest ticket. 4.5-hour direct flight from Los Angeles to Raleigh. I just did this flight on Monday. Thank you, Linda. Guess how much this flight was? Let me know in the comments. $330. It was either Mike or Tammy who sent the subs. Okay? Please give them a word of thank you. It was $154. $154. I picked the day that it was the cheapest. Usually it's like $400, but I booked it on Wednesday the 19th. I could cancel it if I still decide to go to Tokyo on time. But $159, $154 for a Delta Direct Basic Economy. Now I'm gonna be stuck in the middle seat. I know I'm gonna be in the middle seat. I'm gonna be miserable for 4.5 hours. But you know, I feel like deals could still be had if you're looking. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you, Alexis. So, Stan, I'm about to get some Flaming Hots. I actually saw it at the airport, but I was so thirsty from the flight. I didn't want to get any. But I'm about to get some. LAX to RDU. Los Angeles to Raleigh, North Carolina. West Coast to East Coast. $154 in basic economy. And, yeah, so I thought it wasn't, prices are kind of bad, but, according to all you guys, and it is bad, but I got to be honest, I've been to some places where the prices are really bad. Like Hong Kong, the prices are horrible. Thailand was expensive. Nothing was cheap in Thailand. The restaurants that we went to. So I don't know. I feel like if you be smart about it. What's up, Dom? I feel like it hasn't been horrible, but we'll see though. We'll see. And here's the craziest thing. Let me show you guys something else. Let's say I take a little Uber right now. Like I open up my Uber app. I'm on my phone. Let's say I open up my Uber and I take a Uber to I take an Uber right now to Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Okay? If I go take an Uber right now to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, that's an hour and 10 minutes away. Okay? That's an hour and 10 minutes away. And the Uber has two options. One is called Uber X. That's $90, $91 for a 1 hour and 10 minute Uber. $91. Okay? $91. What's up, Uncle Hyo2? If I do a wait and save, so there's an option called the wait and save. So I wait another 15 minutes. A car's going to come and pick me up. That's $84. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, those prices are very expensive compared to China, but it's not like insanity. You know what I'm saying? It's not like as horrible as I thought. It's not too shabby. It's not like insane, So, I don't know, man. It's like, does that make sense? It's like, yes, man, Charlie, I appreciate it. Yeah, and I feel like if I went and like maybe during the middle of the day, I can probably get it for like $60. So anyway, I just think, I'm so happy to be back. I'm so happy that my family lives in North Carolina. There's a lot of benefits to living in New York City, living in Chicago, living in Los Angeles. But North Carolina is like my little enclave. Like it is a place where, we know we're not the fanciest state. We don't have the fanciest, buildings. We don't have the fanciest restaurants. But it's home. North Carolina is home for me. And it's a place that is like my little safe zone. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a place where I feel very happy. I feel very comfortable. The air quality. Let me show you guys the air quality earlier when I went to Farmville. I took a screenshot of this because I thought it was so incredible. It's on the other phone, but the air quality was literally perfect. It was literally perfect. And that's the kind of stuff you can't buy with money. You know what I'm saying? Like having good oxygen, having good air quality in America, like you can't buy that. You guys saw the pollution that we had in Taiwan. You saw the pollution that we had in freaking Thailand, right? Like, I just feel like we as Americans, to be honest, man, I feel like we have it really good. I feel like we love to complain about a lot of things, and now that I'm back, yo, we got 50 seconds, everybody, to get 4 more subs. We could hit our sub wave, y'all. We're at 20 subs. We need 4 more subs to hit our sub wave, y'all. We need 4 more subs to hit our sub wave in the next 35 seconds. But yeah, I just think life here is like really good. It's not as exciting as China. I don't think it's as exciting as Tokyo or Thailand. The life, what's up, Lee? It's not as exciting, but I feel like life here is like, I don't know. I don't think it's bad at all. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Lee. I feel like life is like you guys. I feel like you guys have it good, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Linda. I feel like you guys have it really good. So yeah, I mean that's my earliest impression. My earliest impression is my mom is in the kitchen. She's cooking right now. My mother's cooking right now. I'm gonna do a little dinner live stream. Okay, I'm gonna do a little dinner live stream. I just feel like, man, I feel like we really got it good, man. I really do, man. You guys. Thank you, Marilyn, for extending your sub. We just posted a brand new subscriber exclusive video, by the way. We just posted it like an hour ago. Thank you. Man, what's up, Rennie? I'm telling you guys, be more grateful for what we have in America, because we really have a very beautiful thing going on over here. And I was talking with my dad about it, just talking about all the things that's going on between China and the United States, all the animosity, all the antagonism that's going on. And, my dad and I did a lot of talking. We were in the car, for like an hour and a half and just talking and just chopping it up. Let me tell you guys this, man. Like, let me put it this way. What goes on that side of the world in China, in terms of their people, what they do with their lives, how they live their life, is so far away from how we live our life out here. There's should be very, very little that we have in conflict. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally looking at the world map just as I'm saying this. Look at my room. My room has a world map. Okay, right here. You guys see that? There's a world map. Like, we're here. They're all the way over there. We're so freaking far away. Okay? It's just like, I'm just like, man, my dad and I, we were just chopping it up in the car, and we were just like, there's no reason why there should be so much animosity between these two countries, because there's just very little that is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, wonderful. It's not that they like to pollute or anything. It's like, if your ass live in like Havelock, North Carolina, or you live in like Wallace, North Carolina, you live in freaking Sanford, North Carolina. These are places that I go to, right? Like, China is like, thank you, Veed. China's like on a different planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you live in Sanford, North Carolina, which is where I went to go today to go take care of some business at the bank. It's like, I'm like, China is like literally on a different planet. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying, everybody? It's literally a different planet. Thank you, Veed. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, man? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm in America now. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in my parents' house. You know? Like, it's like, man, I walk in that bank, man, I'm just looking at all the people, man. I'm like, dog, if I start talking to them, if I just went up to like somebody in the bank right now and I just start talking about what's it like to live in a city village in China somewhere, I feel like they would think I'm speaking in Swahili. You know, because life is just so different. It's just so different here, man. And that's why I love to show you guys this stuff. Now I understand why you guys like to watch that stuff when I'm walking through like the alleys and shit. You know, I'm walking through like a freaking alley late at night. Now I understand why there's like 2,000 people watching that. Because it's so different from where they are in America. The sense of contrast is what draws them into the live stream. And I'm starting to slowly realize that. You know, it really is different. So, you know, that's why when I go back to China, we're going to get this VPN figured out. And we're going to hit the streets of China again. Because I know it is very, very different from what you guys see at home in America. I can see why you guys like this stuff. Thank you, Bede. Another observation that I made about the people here, man, is I honestly feel like, man, the air quality is so good in America. That's the number one, right? Everybody breathes this. Our water in North Carolina is also very good. We have good, clean water. Thank you, Mike. I just feel like, man, a lot of the things that we have is so much better than the rest of the world. And yet, when I walk around, I do see a number of people that I feel like maybe are living an unhealthy lifestyle. But I just feel like, man, it's so easy to fix because we have such a good, like our base is such a good base. Like just the air, like can you imagine if your ass live in like Islamabad in Pakistan? Or imagine if your ass live in like freaking, you know, Bangkok is nothing compared to like Islamabad or like freaking, what's the name of that city? Like Hyperabad or like Mumbai or Bombay. Like when they wake up in the morning, their air quality is like 350 on the PM 2.5. It's horrible, right? Like we have good clean water in North Carolina. We got good clean air. I just feel like we should all be very healthy. You know what I'm saying? If I was like, you know, if we just all, you know, I feel like we have just like the feeling that I have when I'm back home in America is just like, we have it so good. We have it so good, man. Like the basic things, we have it. We have it free of charge. So it's like we have such a step up over like so many other places in the world, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. You guys does that make sense, everybody? I'm telling, air is free. They don't charge you for air, don't they? Shit, they charge you for everything else, but air is free. Our air is crisp. Our air is clean. You know, we have it so good. So, I don't know, man. Hopefully you guys, when you're watching my channel, man, you guys could just realize, man, like, as somebody who lives in China, man, we have it really good. Thank you, Jamie. Somebody asked me a very fair question. Why leave? Why leave is very simple, because my channel is built on Asian history and Asian culture, especially Chinese history and Chinese culture. So I need to be on site to go and film these things, because we don't use AI videos and we don't use like stolen footage. All the footage we filmed on site. We travel to those places. So I'm almost like an investigative. I'm almost like it's almost as if I work for the History Channel or I work for like the Discovery Channel, where I need to be like on site to go and film those things. You know, I'm like traveling all around these. Like, for example, if we go to like Marrakesh one day to go to Morocco and we're doing like a number of videos on Morocco culture, I need to be in Marrakesh to do it. You know, I don't want to be one of those like armchair TikTokers where I'm just like sitting at my home, you know, clipping clips and then putting an AI voice on it. That's like minimum effort. You know, it's like no effort. And you know, I want to do some shit where it's like effort. You know, thank you, Taylorina. It's like my job. This is why I'm also hesitant about staying at home for a month and a half. Because it feels like I'm just in North Carolina and not, you know, my mom and dad, they great. Thank you, Taylorina, they great. They living good. Pop's aged a little bit. You know, looking a little bit older than usual. But that's what happens when you're in your 60s, you know. That's another reason why I kind of want to stay a little bit longer, man, because I feel like my dad in the room right next door. So I don't want to be too loud when I say this, man, but I feel like, you know, my dad is aging a little bit. You know, I feel like my dad is aging a little bit. I can see like the lines on his face. His eyes look tired, man. I feel like my dad is aging a little bit. That's another reason why I kind of want to stay home for a little bit longer and stay with my mom and dad. You know? 61. Turned 61 this year. Turned 61. You know, things like that, man. Yeah, all the more reason for me to just stay for a few more days, a few more weeks. You know? 61. My My dad's 60 right now, turned 61. I don't like to get it. I don't want to talk about their business too much on my live stream, but it's another reason why I wanted to stay. Another reason why I want to stay is I want to get some of that home cooking. You know? Shit, stay at home a little bit, get some of that home cooking. You know? Hey, by the way, I got a view. One of my viewers reminded me yesterday. He was saying that my thyroid was looking a little bit bulging. Okay, one of the viewers who really cares about me, he was saying that my thyroid looks a little bit bulging. Okay, I think it's just that masculinity. Thank you, Pink Rose. I think I just got that masculinity, man. I got my Adam's apple sticking out. You know, I think it's just that masculinity. That's why I gotta bring them some grandkids. I agree with that. You know, like they were saying that he was saying that my thyroid was bulging. I think it's just that masculinity. It's that testosterone. You know, I got that testosterone flowing. You know? I guess I seen it just now on this side. I know I'm not on at a weird time because it's 7:14 p.m. I'm always on very late, right? But I figured I'm in America right now, so I should thank you, Veed and Linda. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I just feel like I should be on a little bit earlier because I'm in America. So I shouldn't. Yes, you could hear it. You could hear the stuff going on in the kitchen. Thank you, Pink Rose. You guys could hear it in the kitchen. It looks enlarged. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to ask Oliver to give me a free exam. Oliver, you watching this? Thank you, TT. Oliver, you watching this? We're going to ask Oliver to give me an exam, dog. We're going to ask Oliver to give me a free physical. Shit, he's going to give me a free physical, y'all. See, look, as I'm talking to you guys, thank you, Jazzy. You got these people from Pakistan who just keep spamming you. They just keep spamming you with invites, nonstop. You decline, I hit decline, I'm coming spam me right away. Look at this, just keep spamming me. Oliver said, I gotta pay up, I ain't paying shit. Tap on my face, everybody, tap, 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 tap. All right, Charlie. I'll see you a little bit later. Yeah, man, I'm you know, that's another thing. That's one thing. You know, and the lady, you know, the woman who helped me today at the bank, she worked at the bank for 29 years already. Almost 30 years working at the same bank. And she's like 5 years away from retirement. When I was talking to her, she said she's 5 years away from getting the pension and retiring. You know, and I was just thinking, like, you know, I bet you those 29 years that she's had at that bank, I bet you they were 29 very peaceful years, man. You know, 29 very peaceful, very happy years. Nothing really too much crazy going on. You know, get to see your kids grow up. You don't have to, you know, she worked at a different branch, like 10 minutes down the street, and now she works at this branch. So basically the whole radius of her life, thank you, Sheila, is like literally within a freaking 10-mile radius, you know? And here I am. Thank you, JJ. My ass is like a freaking itinerant, like a wanderer, you know, just going everywhere left and right. What's up, Regina? And, you know, it's just like, yeah, 20. Well, she's a manager now, Ken. She's not counting anybody's money. She just, you know, she's the boss now. She's like the bank manager. Thank you, Glizelle. You know, if I can only tell you guys, man, just like, you see a lot of trailers. In North Carolina, you see a lot of pickup trucks everywhere. Big pickup trucks everywhere. It just feels exactly the same. Yeah, Metaverse, the only Tar Heel game in town left is the game against Duke on Saturday. It's the last game of the year. It's the last game of the year, Metaverse. It's the last game of the year. Because we might not even make the tournament. So it's the last game. Thank you, Kid Kat. It's the last game of the year. Thank you, Kid Kat. I appreciate it. Tap on my face, everybody. Tap, tap. Yeah, man, just wilding out, man. Just like homesick and makes me want to stay at home a little bit more. So I think what I'm gonna do, man, is I'm gonna change my plane ticket and push Japan. Thank you, JK. Push Japan until a little bit later, and then until early May, late April, and just stay at home for another 6 weeks. Stay at home for another 6 weeks. Spend some time with my mom and dad. Get a little Starlink. I'm gonna order like a little Starlink dish, and go into like the middle of a national park where there's no signal, and stream with Starlink. I feel like we could do that. You know, I feel like we could do that. So, what do you guys think? Get a little Starlink. Yeah. Yeah. You still get bird nest. Easy work. Buttons. I can get that very easy. But you know what's cool, man? Being in North Carolina, I don't need any bird nest. You know, it's another reason why I want to stay at home. Let me tell you guys, man. Tell you guys another reason why I want to stay at home. I feel like, man, when I'm in China or I'm in Japan or Thailand, wherever I am, I feel like I'm running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Every day I'm eating irregular, skipping meals because I'm on the road or eating at weird ass hours, you know? And it's like, I'm thinking, it's nice to have like a breakfast made. It's nice to have a lunch made. It's nice to have like a dinner made, you know? Obviously it's work for my mom, but it's nice to have like 3 square meals a day, sitting at home, you know, chilling a little bit. It's not bad. You know? It's not bad. I know I do need a little bit of a feminine touch in my life. You know? Do need to get a little wife, you know? Time to slow down for a little bit, you know? Yeah. Get some structure, you know, in my life for a little bit. And my parents keep telling me I look skinny. They say I've lost way too much weight. And they want me to put some weight back on. So, you know. Yes, I know. Yes, I am. Look, there's also a few other things, you know, my dad and I talked about. You know, my dad and I, you know, we like to talk about things that are very heavy. You know, my dad and I were just talking about the current state of things in America and the state of things in China, and just talking about all these things and what we see going on in the world. And, you know, my dad was telling me that he feels like the pandemic has changed a lot of things. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the rose. Let's get to 1,000. He feels like, he was telling me that he feels like the pandemic has changed a lot of things. Like, my dad, you know, he does something where he works with a lot of young people. And, like, he got to work with people in their, like, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds. You know, my pops, thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Teresa. My dad was like, he was telling me that when he looks at the eyes of these young people today, he was just like, he was like, he doesn't see the same. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, nickname. Thank you, Vio. He said he doesn't see that same pop in their eye as he did a number of years ago. Thank you, Mike, for the subs. Thank you, Mike. You know what I'm saying? My dad is like, you know, he was like, when I started doing this job 17 years ago, and you see the young people, like, my dad was just telling me, like, there's a spark in their eye. They're optimistic about the future. You know, it's like, he was like, nowadays, man, he just feels like it's not there. And I was telling him, I was like, that's because all the young people nowadays want to do what I do for a living, which is they want to be an Instagrammer, they want to be a YouTuber, they want to be a TikToker. You know, they want instant gratification. They don't know how hard it is to do what we do, but you know, I feel like a lot of people they don't really see they don't really see the value of education as they did before, because you know, 20 years ago, without social media, the way that we have it today, you know, you don't see. Thank you, Tashi. Thank you, Kimberly. It's like 20 years ago without especially Instagram, you don't. How do I say this, man? It's like you don't see a lot of the things that you see today that makes you like. Let me explain something to you guys, man. Like if you see these guys that are on TikTok, that are on Instagram, and they're like 27 years old, and they're like flaunting their shit. You know what I'm saying? They're like flaunting their shit. They're like flaunting their wealth. They're flaunting their Rolls Royce. They're flaunting their lifestyle, you know, and they're like 28 years old. Imagine you're 21 and you're in a college dorm somewhere and you're watching this. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, and he or she is like, okay, I'm going to graduate with a CPA. I'm going to start with a $65,000 salary. How many years is it ever going to take me using a normal path of education to get to what this guy is flaunting on social media? You know, like, you know, there's a lot of people, right? The Andrew Tates of the world, the Onahu brothers, who just got arrested in Dubai, actually. That guy just got arrested. Him and his brother just got arrested in Dubai. It's all over TikTok right now. You can find out the reason why. And like, you know, and it's like, you know, you got, you know, it's like you're a young lady right now. And I'm not saying this for everybody. I'm just saying there's got to be some girls out there that feel that way. You know, there's some women out there, they're 21 years old, and, you know, you're staring at 3 hours of homework tonight, and, you know, you want to take a little break, and then you're swiping on Instagram, and you realize, like, fucking Sophie Rain just made $40 million last year on OF, right? Like, yeah, it's kind of hard for you to get back to that homework, right? Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we live in a world today where it's like young people just get to see so many things that are like done by people that are like the same age as them. Thank you, Pitbull Dad. It's like, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know, so this is why, like, you know, my pops was telling me, he was like, he just doesn't see the same spark in, like, you know, the young people's eyes like he used to see, you know, 20 years ago, you know, when he first started doing what he do, you know. And it's like, makes you kind of think about the future. And it's not and that's a common symptom, you know, in China and in America, man. Young people over there is exactly the same way, you know. So in many ways, you know, the same problems that we have back here in America, they have it in China, you know, except I think it's a lot worse over there. You know, thank you, JK, for sharing the live stream. Everybody hit that share button. Does that make sense, everybody? Is what I'm saying making sense at all? Is that making sense at all, everybody? Does that make sense? Like, just, you know, geeking about things like this, man. It's like, yeah. You know what I would love to do? I would love to go to Carolina on a school day, like on a Thursday or Friday, whatever. I would love to go on campus and just look at some of the kids. You know, hey, David, I hear you, man, in all caps. I hear you. I would just love to, like, go to Carolina right now and, like, just look around. Exactly. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. And, of course, the subscriptions. We appreciate the subscriptions from Mike and Tammy Jones. You know? So it's like, thank you, Indigo. Thank you, Joni. So it's like, man. You know, and I'm also kind of curious, man, what Oliver's home situation is like, You know, the neighborhood that he lives in, the schools around his house. Oh, I'm not tired. I'm still jet lagged. I'm dealing with the time zone difference. You know, I'm still dealing with the time zone difference. Yeah, man, it just feels like life stays still out here. You know, and not necessarily a bad thing. Thank you, Roberta. Thank you, Marlene. Thank you, Marlene, for the subs. It's just not necessarily a bad thing. You know, if you're and we are gonna see the mama food you, but it's simple. It's simple food. Simple food. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm just in a place where it's like, you know, you're just thinking about so much shit about where you want to be in the future and what kind of a life you have. You know, it's yeah, just this is why I'm gonna spend another I think my decision is pretty much made. I think I'm gonna spend like another month at home here in North Carolina. Ayana is coming. We're working on it. You know, so and you know my dad has these security cameras installed on the back of his house. You know, he's got these security cameras that pick up motion, and like every night there's like these deer that come into our backyard and they eat the plants and the some of the fruits that grow. And you're just like, man, you see that shit at zoos in China, you know? You ain't no deers running around my neighborhood in Shenzhen, I'll tell you that, man. The only things running around in my neighborhood is electric scooters and delivery drivers. Here we got deers, we got foxes, we got rabbits, you know? Thank you, Mark. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no deers running around in my neighborhood in Shenzhen, man. Can you imagine a fucking deer in the middle of a street in Shenzhen where I live? That's gonna make the news the next day. That'll literally make the news the next day, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got like 30 scooters, you know, at any given rest stop, at any given red light, there's like 30 electric scooters. You know? You imagine a freaking deer just ran through there? You know, that's some shit. That's some very shit. That's some shit right there. I am very content with life. I am very, very content with life. I have nothing to complain about. I am very, very content. So, you know, and you just, man, you think about all the things that's going on. Thank you, Pepper. What's up, Pepper? And it's, my parents go on a cruise on Friday. They leave for the cruise on Friday, man. I could technically live in the house by myself. Thank you, Pepper. I could be here all by myself, you know. But I feel like there's really no need for me to do it. I don't feel like there's a need for me to be by myself out here. I'm gonna go spend some time with Oliver, see a couple friends. But I'm not going on no cruise, man. I gotta be with you guys. I gotta stream, man. This is a channel. We gotta run this like a channel. You know, we run this like a business. Thank you, kid. Thank you, Kyla, for the dragon. I appreciate it. I am an only child. Yes, I am. You know what? Before we start doing any types of battles, man, before dinner, hit me up with some questions. I would love to hear some good, insightful questions from you guys about, you know, since I just came back to America. Thank you, Mello. I would love to hear some good questions from you guys. And then my moderators could pin some, like, thank you, Louis. My moderators could pin what they think are, like, insightful questions. Linda could pin them. Some good questions. Some, like, insightful questions. It's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. Dr. Ortiz, I hear you, man. I hear you. I hear you. Am I surprised with the price increases here? You know, one thing that surprised me that my dad told me today in the car. Before I left America, how many of you guys remember this in the chats, in the view? How many of you guys remember this? How many of you viewing? If you remember getting an oil changed, what's up all day? Do you guys remember getting an oil change like 10 years ago, 7 years ago? Like before I left for China, When I used to get an oil change, I would go to the Nissan dealership and I would get these coupons. I would always get a coupon, and an oil change was $29.95. My oil change used to be $29.95, sometimes $23.95 for an oil change. Okay, it used to be cheap. My dad told me an oil change now is $82. Thank you, Nancy. My dad told me it's $82 for an oil change. I was like, what? $82 for an oil change? It used to be $23.99, $25.99. Drew Lanier, we're going to be in Japan next. You were talking about that at work today. I'm like, how's that? I don't understand how something just went up 4 times, though. I was asking my dad this. My dad said even at Walmart, it's like $62, $63. My dad told me this. He's like, even if you go to Walmart and get an oil change, it's like $62, $63. $63, $62 to get an oil change at Walmart. At fucking Walmart, right? And he was like, if I go to the dealership, it's $80, $85 for oil change. It's my best memory as a child here in America, man. My best memory as a child here in America is a very simple answer. 2002, the year I came to America as a young boy. I just turned 12 years old. I told the story on live stream before. I was living in Kent, Ohio, and it was Christmas Eve. I went to sleep that night, and I woke up on Christmas Day. I look out my window at the university apartment that we were living in. We were living on the ground floor. It had snowed overnight, and the snow was this thick. It was just like the Hollywood movies I used to watch growing up in China, where it was snow during Christmas. And my very first Christmas here in America, I went to sleep the night before, no snow. I woke up the next morning, there was this much snow on the ground. It was magical. It was absolutely magical. It's his favorite memory. That was from 2002. That was 23 years ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. Because I grew up in a city in China where it doesn't snow like that. So I have never seen snow like that in my entire life. You know, it gets cold in the winter, but it doesn't snow. And when I saw that snow, I was like, yo, I'm in America. I was like, yo, I'm in America, man. What's going to happen next, man? Is Santa Claus going to come and visit me next? I mean, it was magical. I still remember it to this day. That's when I knew I was in America. December 25th, 2002. Snow covering Kent, Ohio. I was like, man, what's going to happen next, man? Santa Claus is going to jump out. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I got a lot of great memories. Lots of great memories. What's the first thing you want to eat that you haven't had in a long time? I'm about to get some Chipotle on Friday. Chipotle for me and my friend on Friday. No, I'm eating home cooking. Me and my friend, we're going to get some Chipotle on Friday. And it'll be great. It'll be great. I don't have a filter. There is no filter, man. What you mean? There is no filter. This is how I really look. There is no filter. There's no filter. And then also some Chick-fil-A. I'm going to get some Chick-fil-A. Get some Chipotle. Get some Chick-fil-A. Home cooking has been treating me good. Home cooking has been treating me good, y'all. My hair, it was expanding by my years. No, I ain't got no filter on. I ain't got no filter on. Look. Look at this. This is how I really look. No filter. Thank you, HB. Thank you, Stan. No, Melissa. My parents are private people. Nah, I did not go to college, man. I got my GED, man, my good enough degree. I didn't go to thank you, Stan. I did not go to college. I got my GED. Thank you, Julia. I appreciate it. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Too kind. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm in the United States. I'm in, no, I did not go to Duke University. I am in, thank you, Region. I am in, I'm in North Carolina right now. Hey, for those of you that weren't watching late last night, let me give you guys a little room tour. Man. Thank you, Brown Fluff. How many of you guys haven't seen my room? I'm not going to give you guys a house tour, man, because that's my parents' house. It's kind of private, man, but I'm going to give you guys a little room tour. All right, y'all see this? This is my room. Okay. And this is there's a lot of shit on the tables right now, and my luggage is kind of like laying out here. But this is my little room. Okay, this is my little room. Okay. Got a pretty basic room. I got my own little walk-in closet, which I don't get to use because I don't live here full time. It's been turned into a little storage room by my parents, where they just store the things that they don't want to see. They just put it in here. I think some of you guys were awake last night and y'all saw it. Okay, but this is basically a room where they keep the stuff that they don't want to see. This is basically a junk room. Okay, like these are my old clothes, but we still have. It's a lot of crap that we have in here. Thank you, Rainer. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. This little closet right here, you could actually sleep. Someone could actually sleep in here, in like Hong Kong. They could probably rent this room out for like $300-$400 a month in Hong Kong. This little storage, this little walk-in closet. Dude, Raven, I'm 34 years old, man. I'm not even thinking about retirement. Thank you, Paul. And I'm not even thinking about retirement. Thank you, Paul. I'm 34 years old. But I got a big-ass dresser. And I got a little full-size bed. And this bed is going to withstand any type of doogie that you do out here. Any type of doogie, there's no way you could... You see, unlike that shitty-ass bed that I have in Shenzhen, this bed right here, no amount of doogie is going to break this. Look at how thick this wood is. This is real wood. No amount of doogie is going to break this bed. Okay? Not bad. Just my little room. You know, what do you guys think? Simple little room. You know, it's not really much of a view from outside my window. It's all dark and shit. You know, just a humble, this look kind of dirty. I'm sorry about that. Just a humble little room. You know, a humble little home. That's all I need. Like I said, middle class, you know, middle class, slightly upper middle class family. We don't have a big house, but we have a comfortable place that we call our own home. It's one floor. We don't got two floors. It's one story. But it's got nice and high ceilings. Not my room. My room's got low ceilings, but, you know, got everything I need. Let me sit down, man. Show the quilt on the wall. This thing right here. It's kind of nice. Yeah, it's perfect. I appreciate you, David Ortiz, man. We appreciate you. You know, it's nice and clean. I don't know why there's some tissues right next to my bed. I guess I put that there when I was cleaning out my bag earlier. But, yeah, man, I've been just living out of this suitcase. My Coach Gio is here. Been living out of this suitcase for the last freaking, you know, however many, pretty much the last year. Beautiful. Would I prefer to live in China and America or America? Man, let me tell you something, man. Raven, let me tell you something. That's a loaded question, man. It's a very loaded question. Thank you, Leather. That's a loaded question, man. I think the best thing to do is, if you have a family and you have kids, I think it might be better for the kids to live in a place like North Carolina. There's so many places in America where you can get a quality of life where it's like, you know, you guys know Uncle Hyotu. You guys know Uncle Hyotu, one of like my best viewers who supports the channel. He's got a bunch of kids. Like, the lifestyle that he has living that where he, I'm not gonna say where he lives, but the lifestyle that he lives where he lives in the country, you know, his kids go like sporting tournaments, living a good, like a very suburban type of lifestyle, big basketball courts, big football courts, you know, big football fields, big soccer fields, you know, where it's like, that's the type of environment that I want my kids to grow up in. You know, like go to school, but have a life outside of school where you can play sports, you can do your recreational activities, hang out with your friends, and you know what I'm saying? Whereas in China, it's a very tough place for a kid to grow up. Thank you, Angela, because you're always studying, 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 studying. You're always studying, 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 studying. You know, and it's like, you know, eventually I'm gonna get to an age where it's like I gotta think about what I want to do for my family and for like, you know, when I have kids one day. And I really do think like being here in North Carolina is a good decision. Thank you all day. It's a good decision. You know what I'm saying? Like being out here in North Carolina I think is a better decision for the family. Man, if I was single forever, man, if I was a dog and I was single forever, thank you, Anna, I wouldn't even live in China, man. I'd go live in freaking Bangkok. I get $1,000 apartment in Bangkok. And it's, you know, there's gonna be some stuff going on, you know? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, so Raven, I don't know if I answered your question, man. I don't know. My dad be asking me the same question, man. You be asking me questions like the way my dad is asking me questions. I don't even have an answer. My dad be asking me the same question. Don't know, man. My dad was asking me, like, what's your long-term plan? I said, dog, man, I don't even have a short-term plan. Long-term plan, my ass. I don't even have a short-term plan. What long-term plan? I don't have a plan. My plan is to just wing it and just go with the flow. That's my plan. Wing it. Long-term plan. I ain't got no long-term plan. I'm just like, I'm gonna wing it. Go with the flow. You know, just live. Thank you, somebody of note. Have a family. Survive. Yes, I'm back home in America. Look at these drapes. Look at these drapes. You know this is American drapes right here. You know it. Look at those. Look at them drapes. Yeah, let's get to 200,000 likes, everybody. I'm on a little bit earlier than usual, so I'm not in a rush at all. I'm just chilling. Because we're going to be on for a few hours tonight. And also, I'm forcing myself to be up. Because if I'm not streaming right now, I will be sleeping and napping. And that would mean that later at night, I'm not going to be able to sleep. Thank you, Fresh Boy. Thank you, Fresh Boy. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. I see Uncle Hyotu is here. We were just talking about Uncle Hyotu just earlier. We were talking about Uncle Hyotu earlier, man. Uncle Hyotu is here. Okay? We were just talking about Uncle Hyotu earlier, man. I was talking about how, you know, the suburban life. That's the one I want. What do I miss about America? Man, let me tell you guys something. What do I miss about America? I miss the people. 0, Brown Fluff. 0. I ain't never brought a single girl to this room because we only moved in a few years ago. You know, let me tell you guys something. We are immigrants. Nothing was handed to us, man. We had to earn everything. We didn't buy this simple starter home until, like, I'm not going to say the exact year, but it wasn't that long ago, man. Like, home ownership, to be able to, you know, let me tell you guys something. One of the hallmarks of being an immigrant, at least in my personal experience, is that you are always fucking moving. In my entire, from 11 years old until I was like 23. Let me tell you guys how many times I moved. Okay, let me tell you guys how many times I moved. Thank you, Varanzi. Let me tell you guys how many times I moved. Kent, Ohio, we moved 1, 2, 3. We moved 3 times in Kent, Ohio. Chicago, we moved twice. Yes, we moved twice in Chicago. That's 5 times already. And then North Carolina. 1, 2, 3, 4, and into this place 5. In my 12 years before we moved into this home, we literally moved 10 times. What's up, Tim? What's up, Tim? We moved 10 times. You know? So it's like, this is why, like, I treasure this, man. I treasure a place. Yeah, even Oliver says, damn. What's up, Tim? Tim, I'm in North Carolina. I'm back home in North Carolina, Tim. Back home in North Carolina. And this is why I'm on early. Because I'm on the same time zone as you guys. But yeah, man, like, this is why I value and I treasure this little, 30 acres, so to speak. The weather was horrible today. It was raining like crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, this is why I treasure this. It's a simple place that I call home, but it belongs to us. It's my own little home. You know what I mean? It's like my own little spot. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, just a lot of feelings, man. A lot of different feelings about living here. Tim, you missed the part where we were just vibing. If you're still watching, Tim, you missed the part where we were just vibing about what I was talking about, like what it feels like to be living in America, and like how different it is compared to China. And it just it's just a lot that we were reflecting on, man. Just seeing a lot of people smile at you, and I'm gonna say this, man. Let me tell you this. There was a gentleman that I saw today at the bank. Yeah, I'm back in North Carolina. There was a gentleman that I saw today at the bank, man. This guy was very, very clearly in a blue collar profession. He was wearing like clothes that had paint on it, and just like when I was leaving the bank, he was coming in. We kind of locked eyes for a second. Give you a nod. It's like in the middle of freaking Sanford, North Carolina. In the middle of like a southern state, a small town. People are just so courteous, man. I'm telling you guys, man, the southern hospitality is very much alive. I really do feel that way, man. I feel like the way of living out here, man, I really don't feel like it's changed much at all in the 6 years I've been gone, man. People are still very friendly to each other. The only thing is that things have gotten, some things have gotten more expensive. So anyway, man, it's just, like I said, man, just people, does that make sense? It's like we have so much political division back at home nowadays, but I feel like, man, I'm going to find out a little bit more about myself these next few days, these next few weeks of being in America. I think we're going to stay in America for like another 5 or 6 weeks. And we're going to find out a little bit more about this country, about this beautiful country during my time here. Okay, yes, get that daily heart me in. And we're trying to cross into, listen, everybody, one of the objectives tonight for me is I got to get into League A2. I have got to get into League A2 because I dropped the league, and that's going to hurt. I'm actually trying to get really hard to get back into League A2, everybody. Okay? Thank you, Tim. I'm trying to get back into League A2. Yeah, man, it's just, like I said, man, it's just thank you, Maggie. I'm going to say one more thing before we start connecting with some people. I want you guys to listen to me, okay? I am very evangelical about this because I really care about this, okay? And also because my family really work hard to come to America. Be proud of where we are from. We have it so good compared to the rest of the world. Even compared to a very wealthy and a very, very big country like China, we have it so good on average, man. Like the average American, thank you, Lil Felix. I cannot express this to you enough. I am more and more convinced by being back here just for a few days so far. We are so blessed. We're so blessed to be Americans. We're so blessed to be Americans, man. Like we are in such a good position. Believe me, we are blessed beyond your imagination. Like we are so blessed. We have everything we need. Thank you, my gal. Thank you, Annabelle. I have nothing to complain about. Have you guys heard me complain about one thing since I've been back? Like, have you guys heard me complain about one thing? Like since I started streaming back home in America? Right? There's nothing to complain about. There's nothing for me to complain about. Life is beautiful. Thank you, Lena. Life is beautiful here, man. There's nothing to complain about. Great. Life is complaining. Life is beautiful. You know? Yeah, the no eggs. Yeah, that was kind of weird. You know, the fact that you couldn't get eggs. The oil change. But, I mean, that's not really a complaint. I mean, it's a reflection of how things have changed. But I have no complaints, man. I have zero complaints. I ain't got no neighbors that are smoking next to me. I'm in such a... we're in such a good place, man. Thank you, Paula. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all. Nothing to complain about. Life is beautiful. Life is good, man. We're Americans. Life is good. It's beautiful. And I'm about to have a nice dinner. Just my parents like me streaming TikTok at the house. Thank you, Pint Size. It's not even about like or not like. They know it's my job. They know this is my job. And they know that I gotta, you know, do this to make a living and continue to, you know, grow this channel. You know, so I don't think they really, you know, apparently last night, the noise insulation was not that bad. They could actually sleep pretty well. Thank you, AC. Thank you, Pint Size. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mimi and Pint Size. All right. Somebody just invited me earlier, man. I ain't want to accept him yet because I feel like he got a lot of smoke. Okay, and also, I'm kind of curious how many people... See, there's not a lot of people on at all at this time, man. Not a lot of people on at all. People, I guess, usually wait and stream later on at night. But over the course of the next few weeks, man, I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be streaming at this time. I'm gonna be streaming in the afternoons. Like I'm gonna be streaming like at a time that's palatable for you guys. You know, I'm like, not gonna be streaming at like starting it at like midnight anymore. We're gonna be doing it at a good time. Let's see who else is on. We got anybody on right now that we can connect with? And also, another reason why I feel like I could stay in... Hold on, before we invite anybody else. Another reason why I feel like I could stay a little bit... What's up, JTK? I feel like another reason I feel like I could stay a little bit longer in America before I rush back to go to China is we filmed 27 or 28 new episodes before we left China, before I left China. So I have enough material on my hands to be out, like, you know what I'm saying? I have enough raw material that I can make into videos for the next 3 months. I have 27 videos. I could post 10 a month and I would still have enough videos. So I'm in no rush to go back to China when I have a lot of videos on hand. Does that make sense? Thank you, Tammy, because I really care about making sure that the subscribers... How many subscribers? Yes, we're back in the USA. We're at 1,505 subscribers. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Yes, I will be streaming, but I gotta be careful though. I'm not trying to get a... You know, I know I say a lot of nice things about living in America, but there's also some violence out here in America. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure nobody snatch my phone or some shit like that. You know, but I could do some stuff where it's like, I could do some IRL streaming. I could do like from the mall. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do it from the mall. I could do it from Chipotle. I could do a lot of streams from a lot of cool places. So, you know, what does that say? Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. But I gotta tell you guys this crazy story that I saw on TikTok the other day. Literally last night when I was scrolling through TikTok. Okay? Thank you, Tammy. I told you guys I spent 1 year of my life in Pilsen neighborhood in Chicago. It's a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood. We lived there for 1 year in Chicago. It was a rough neighborhood when I lived there in 2004 to 2005. It was a rough neighborhood. I lived on 18th Place and Levitt. You can look it up on Google Maps. I lived on 18th Place and Levitt in Pilsen in Chicago. Well, guess what just happened on 18th, like 2 days ago? There was somebody who was streaming on Instagram, literally a streamer on Instagram in Pilsen on 18th. And you can go and Google what happened to him right now. You can go and Google 18th Pilsen streamer. Go and Google this. Pilsen, Pilsen, 18th, 1-8, and then TH, 18th Pilsen. Thank you, Tammy. 18th Pilsen streamer. And go and Google what happened. Go and Google what happened. Right? That's what I'm a little bit worried about. That's why I'm a little bit worried about, like, being out in, like, you know, I don't want to say it because I don't want to say, yes, Coach Gio, I'm back home in North Carolina. Thank you, La Rain. Thank you, Tammy. So that's why I'm a little bit worried about streaming, like, outdoors. 0% of my stories are BS, Ethan. You can go and Google that right now. Go and Google it right now. So that's why I'm a little bit worried about streaming outdoors. You know, I don't want something like, you know, somebody punch me in the face. Thank you, Lori. You know, some crazy. So, you know, yeah, Tammy, you just saw that, right? Tammy, you just saw that, right? You just saw the news, right? You Googled it. You saw that, right? That's why I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful. Shit. Oh, let me tell you guys one more thing. About that flight that I took from Hong Kong to Los Angeles. 11 hours and 45. Mike, you just saw it, right? I'm telling y'all, he got more than punched. If he got more than punched, believe me, that don't make the news at all. It's a lot more than that. But let me tell you guys something about, like, thank you, Bodine, about the business class flight that I used my points for when I came back. Okay, so it was 84,000 points to fly from Hong Kong to LA. Let me give you guys my review of that flight. Okay, because that flight was $4,000 if you paid for it with cash. Okay, hold on, I got a little spammer over here. Oh, hold on. Okay, because that flight was $4,000 if you paid for it with cash. Okay, hold on, I got a little spammer over here. Oh, hold on, somebody invited me. Hold on, I got a little spammer over here.
Hello.
I got. Hey, what's up?
Not much. What's up with you, friend?
Little spammer over here. Oh, hold on, somebody invited me. Hold on, I got a little spammer over here.
Hello.
I got.
Not much. What's up with you, friend?
I'm doing well. What's your name?
I'm Paige. What's yours?
My name is Daniel.
Daniel. It's nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
California. What about you, love?
I'm in North Carolina right now.
Oh, nice.
I'm at my parents' house.
Very nice.
I'm 34 and I still live with my mom and dad. How do you feel about that?
If they allow it, who am I to judge? What? You know, my kid. What the heck? I don't care, man. That's kudos to you. If my parents, let me live at their house until I was 30, I'd be down. Free laundry, free food. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm 34 years old and living with my mom and dad, everybody.
We love that. You got a healthy relationship with your parents, man. That's good.
You live by yourself?
I do. Well, I have a dog.
Nice. I'm just playing. I'm just visiting my parents. I don't really live with my parents. I'm just visiting.
You're gonna prank me off rip like that, friend?
I'm just visiting. All right, let me finish my story, everybody. Let me finish my story, okay? Let me finish my story. So let's get this win. If you guys have taken a business class flight overseas internationally, It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. I would never pay for that shit. It's not worth it, y'all. I would never pay for that ever again. Like, it's not worth it. If your company is paying for it, beautiful. Okay, y'all, we gotta get some moderators in here, y'all. Do we have any moderators in here? We got crazy spam because we're getting so many new viewers. We got crazy spam. We got crazy spam. For me, it's worth it if you're using points or if your company is paying for it. But if you're telling me to pay $4,000 for a business class ticket, man, like the food was average. You know, the food is average. Yeah, I was able to lay flat, but yeah, I was able to get some internet, but it was like, I didn't feel like it was, thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Gary. I feel like it was Cathay Pacific. I don't even know if I would spend 84,000 points on it again, to be honest. Thank you, Leather. Thank you, Gary. I don't even know if I would spend 84,000 points on the flight again. Thank you, Leather. Damn, we got that target fast. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Regina. We got some doubles, y'all. We got some doubles. So basically, the flight was just very average. But I will tell you one thing. First time ever taking a business class flight internationally in my entire life. Time went by very fast. Thank you, Nickname. Thank you, Jazz. We got doubles, y'all. We got doubles. Let's use the doubles. Let's get a win. Time went by very, very fast. Thank you, Mike. Mike, that's how we move up to League A2, Mike. That stuff right there from the exclusive section. That's how we move up to League A2. Thank you, Nickname. Thank you, Regina. We got 20 seconds of doubles, y'all. We got 20 seconds of doubles. Time went by very fast. It was like an 11-hour flight, and it went by very, very fast. We went by very, very fast. So, nah. But I would never pay for that. I would never pay for a business class flight. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Gary. Yo, we're trying to move into League A2. That's beautiful. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Nickname. Yes, Steve, only flown once. That's good for you. I don't like flying. Let me tell you something. If there was another way of getting from America to China, I would totally do it. Thank you, my gal. Thank you, Regent. Okay, but unfortunately, yes, exact. I mean, let me tell you another thing. You know what's another thing that's kind of overrated? The lounge. The lounge at the Hong Kong airport. I went over there. Yeah, EST, that makes sense. How do you gonna only fly one time? You just went over there and never came back home? You just stayed there forever? But anyway, the lounge at the Hong Kong airport was also overrated. It was packed with people. You know, I just felt like it was a very overrated experience. Thank you, Vicky. It was a very overrated experience, in my opinion. Okay, my flight was 11 and a half hours. I will be flying economy to Japan. There's going to be no more. I'm going to be flying economy to Japan. Let me just put it that way. Tap, 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 everybody. Let's get a win. Went to Maryland. They over Chicago, then to Maryland. I'm about to tell you guys one thing I have not been very successful in doing, though. I'm going to tell you guys something after this battle about the observations that I made on Tinder. So I've been using the Tinder app since I came back. I got to give you guys some observations about what I've seen on Tinder since I came back, everybody. Because the Tinder here is a little bit different from the dating apps that I see in China. Okay, I got to give you guys some observations, okay? Tap, tap, tap. Blue Jade, I have my flight for March 20th. But I'm thinking about changing it to early May so I could spend some time with my parents. Thank you, Leather. We got 30 seconds. Let's get this dub, y'all. I don't think we need to worry about a snipe, everybody. I think we good on this one. Thank you, Gary. I will be very surprised if we got sniped and lost this. Okay, tap on my face, everybody. Thank you, Gary. Let's collect some gloves. Tap on my face. I will be very surprised if we got sniped, y'all. It'll be a very, very tragic snipe. Tap, tap, tap. Let's get to 300. We almost at 300,000 likes. Beautiful. Yo, we want to thank Mike, MVP. Yo, Mike. Please tell me Mike got a glove. Mike got a glove. Tammy got a glove. Lee, thank you, Lee. My gal, Annabelle, Sonia, JK, Vicky, Marcus, and David Ortiz. Thank you. Hey, Paige.
Thank you so much for the battle. Hopefully we can
Yes.
battle again, follow each other so we can, when we got more smoke, I can give you a little run for your money.
All right, you can follow. You can hit me up anytime. I'm always here.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Have a good rest
See
of
you
your
later.
stream.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, let me show you. Let me tell you guys what I've noticed on Tinder so far. Okay, I've been swiping on Tinder since I came back. Okay, and one of the things that I notice about the women that I see on Tinder. Okay, man, Mr. Kenneth is here. Okay, I'm at home. I don't know if he's gonna stay, but I am at home. One of the things that I've noticed about the dating apps here being back home in America is that the pictures that I see, is a lot more, across the board, more risque. It's a lot more risque across the board, meaning like a lot of bikini photos. Cause my parents outside, man, I don't want them to hear it. Okay, my parents outside. It's a lot more risque in general. A lot more bikini photos, like a lot more, just like, like very very. It's like, you know what I mean. Like that's what I don't see that on like the American version, on like the Chinese version of Tinder or the Chinese version of the dating apps. It's a lot more skin. It's a lot more like, damn. I'm like. I'm a dog, and I look at it and I'm like, damn, that's inappropriate. Thank you, Greg and Chavez. What's your question, Tammy Jones? What's your question? And I'm like, damn, that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate, But yeah, so it's just different. It's just different. Oh man, look, it's the guy who's been spinning around. Look, Jim is watching this. He's my man over here spinning around. What's your question, Tammy? So it feels like it's a lot more it's a lot more I feel like they wilding a little bit over here, They be wilding. I really do feel that way. Thank you, Mindfully Grown. I be just like swiping through some of these profiles and I'm just like, man. Yeah. You guys are saying it. You're saying it, not me. You guys are saying it. Right. But that's just the state of things that I see, though. That's just the state of things I see on the dating apps. It's a lot of bikini photos, I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you it's a little bit different. Just a little bit different, We got a lot of viewers, man. I'm telling you, our viewers are a lot of people watching when we're back home here in America. It is very tempting, man. I don't know. Maybe I will get married. Get married to a nice, maybe set me up to get robbed. Nah, man. Hell nah. Ain't nobody robbing me. I ain't got nothing to rob. Okay? The USA algorithm is kicking in. I know synergy. I feel like, okay, Tammy asked me privately. I will answer it privately. Beautiful. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's see if anybody... I'm about to go have... It's 8:11. I think my parents just finished eating. So I'm about to start having dinner soon. By the way, Chinita was on a little bit earlier. Where the hell is she? Chinita was on a little bit earlier. Where the hell is she? She's gone. The hell? She's gone. Chinita was on. The hell? Yeah, I'm good. I feel great. I'm going to be streaming for a minute tonight. If I can't find anybody, let's go have dinner and then keep streaming. Tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. You know what? Why didn't I eat with my parents? Because I'm gonna stream my dinner. Thank you, Broly. And I don't want my parents to be in the view. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my parents to. I want to protect my parents' privacy. Because there's some weird people who are a little bit too obsessed with the channel, man. I don't want them to, know anything about my parents. I gotta protect my parents. Man.
Yo, what's up, man?
You've never seen me at this time
I have never seen you at this time. You're right.
because I'm back home in America.
Everything's been good, man. How are you? Oh, welcome back to America.
Yes, I'm in North Carolina now.
You excited?
I'm on the USA time zone, man.
Which is like Pacific or Eastern, Central?
I'm on East Coast time.
Okay, so it's 8 o'clock for you, huh?
8:13 p.m. I
You
see
want-
why you are so popular, Edward, now.
I'm not popular. What do you mean?
You are like the hardest worker on TikTok.
How?
Like you
Someone-
be putting in the hours, man. Like you be putting in the hours, man. You consistent. I like that.
Thank you for noticing that. But you are too. I mean, I see you always on. You know?
Yes. I'm sorry to be ignoring you a little bit earlier. I was just telling some bullshit ass stories.
No, you're good. You're good. Let's do one. Let's see how it goes. I'm not sure how strong we are at this time.
Thank you, KC and nickname. Thank you, KC.
Here we go.
Well-
The game is started now. Can you guys see it now? Sorry, Tamu. Can you guys see the game now? Yes. Hi, Ashley.
I can see the game.
Yeah, hopefully our teams can.
Thank you, Greg and Michelle Ann.
Te amo. Oh my gosh, te amo.
You guys know who this is. Y'all know who this is. This guy needs no introductions. I don't need to tell y'all who this is. You guys know who this is. Thank you, Obvious. Thank you, Nickname. You guys know who this is. One of the biggest streamers on all of TikTok. Stacy and Michelle Ann and Jazzy. Tap, tap. Let's see if we can get a win against Mr. Edward. Tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap. Thank you, Jazzy. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Sonia and Jazzy. I don't know. But he's got 9 million followers, almost 9 million followers on TikTok. So he's got something is working, y'all. But we're trying to get to his level. We're trying to get to his level one day, which is to become a live pro. Thank you, Tammy. I'm trying to be a live pro one day. Thank you, Tammy. We got doubles coming up. Tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap. Let's get this win. Tap, tap. Hey, if I left, and do you guys think I should leave on May 3rd? Or thank you. That's because Raven, he's a full-time battler, which is, not everybody's content. Not everybody watches battles. Thank you, DBT. Thank you, Indigo. But he makes cool videos, though. Thank you, DBT. Thank you, Michelle and JK. We got doubles coming up. And we have 2 gloves. We might need one of those 2 gloves at the end because Mike has a glove and who else has a glove? Mike has a glove and somebody else has a glove. We got 20 seconds of doubles, y'all. Use the doubles, everybody. Thank you, Robin and Sharon. We got 18 seconds of doubles. Thank you, Ian and Charlie Lambert. Charlie. Thank you, Jody and Charlie and Indigo. Oh, we're going to need to use the doubles, everybody. We are in trouble. Thank you, Tammy and Marcus. We're going to need to use the doubles. Thank you, Gary and Shayna. Thank you, Lee. Oh, Lee. Oh, my God. Thank you, Lee. We in the game now. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Broly. Beautiful. All right, we're going to need a... Mike has a glove. Who else has a glove? Who else has a glove, everybody? Thank you, Nickname. Who else has a glove? Please raise your hand if you have a glove, because we're going to need a glove. Thank you, Jazzy. Does anybody have a glove? Mike has the glove, but he left. Mike took the glove with him. Who else has a glove, everybody? Marlene got a timer. If we're losing, like, in the last 5-10 seconds, add the time. Oh, Mike is here. Oh, Mike is here. Oh, I said, I said Mike's name got bucked. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Linda Sarella. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mike. Tammy has a glove. Okay. Thank you, KC. Let's see. You know what? Mike, could you drop the glove at the 30-second mark? Tammy could save hers. Thank you, Sonia. Mike, would you please drop your glove at the 30-second mark? Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Mike. You know Edward's got a lot of smoke. He's got the most smoke on TikTok. But we beat him sometimes. Tap on my face. My dad walking outside right now. I can hear his footsteps. He probably has no idea what the fuck is going on in my room right now. Okay, I'm over here talking about glove and shit. My dad's probably like, what the hell's going on? Thank you, Linzarella. Tap on my face, everybody. We're gonna get this win, everybody. Let's get this win, y'all. Tap on my face, everybody. My dad's like, what the hell is going on? He talking about timers and mists. Hey, and also, whoever has a missed, if anybody has a missed, please drop it at the 30-second mark if you have a missed. Drop it at the 30-second mark if you have a missed, everybody. Okay? Tap, 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 everybody. Tap, tap. We got 30 seconds. We got the glove coming from Mike. He said, my man, Linsarella, well, we got to win. And then any one of the top 3 people has a chance of getting, a glove, a timer, a hammer, or a mist. We got the glove, everybody. Let's get this win. He has no glove. Oh, he also has a glove. Glove on glove. The smoke is coming. Tap on my face, everybody. Whoever has a mist, please use the mist if you have one. Just get this win, everybody. Thank you, KC. We losing by about 5,000 points. We need something to hit the glove. Thank you, Sonia. We can win this, everybody. Yep, the timer is perfect. The timer is perfect. Use the glove, everybody. We got to use the glove, y'all. Use the glove. Thank you, Lindarella. Thank you, Marcus. We can win this, y'all. We can win this. Lee. Oh, Lee, that should have hit the glove. Thank you, Linzarella. Thank you, Indigo. Thank you, KC. Oh, we hang on to a very slim lead, y'all. Thank you, Tammy and Jody. Oof. Oh my God, Lee. That was the difference maker. Thank you for the extra 10 seconds. Without that extra 10 seconds, we would have lost. Lee, MVP, glove. Tammy got another glove. Michelle, DBT, Indigo, Linzarella, Sonia, Jody, Marcus, and Abius. Thank you guys. Beautiful win. Especially Lee, and especially for the freaking 10 extra seconds. Clutch. Very, very clutch. Yo. That was a beautiful one.
Good game, man. Good game. Thank you for the battle.
Of course. Did you shave, bro?
Yeah, you didn't notice?
I just noticed it.
Yeah, I look like a teenager now.
You look even younger, man. You look even younger. How old are you, Edward?
I'm about to be 27.
27, man. You a baby.
What do you mean? You're 30, right?
I'm 34, bro.
I'm 34. That's right. Damn.
I'm pushing 40, man.
Dude, now I'm pushing 40. What happened?
You ever seen the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin?
No, I've never watched it.
Well, the movie is about me.
Are you over?
Still got my V card, man.
You actually, or are you being funny?
I'm 40-Year-Old Virgin movie about me.
You're lying.
You don't believe me. Don't believe me.
I mean, I'm gonna be that too.
Bullshit. Bullshit. You date, bro? You got a girlfriend or you whatever? You got a girlfriend?
No, I don't have time for that.
Man, my man dedicated to his craft.
What
We don't have time for dating. People don't understand. We work so hard on our channel. We don't have time for anything. Channel is everything we do.
It's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice.
I ask you one last question though, Edward, before we go.
Of course.
Oh, were you stressing out at all about the TikTok ban thing?
Yeah, of course.
Did you have like a backup?
Well, there's another app that people went on. So there was an app in mind, yeah, that we can stream on and battle.
Did you go and try it?
I did, yeah, I did.
Was it good?
It was not the same, but it's better than, not having an app to go to. It's okay. It's not as good as yeah.
I didn't even bother going because I just feel like if I don't have TikTok, I was like, yeah, I'll probably just go and get another job.
Really?
Yeah. Because I feel like TikTok is so unique. I don't feel like the other platforms can do what we do here.
Yeah, true.
So,
Nina, I didn't know that. That's crazy. I didn't know you could do that. But yeah, good game, man. If you want to request me later tonight, I'm gonna be free. I'm pretty sure.
Request me anytime. Wait a couple. I'm gonna be on for like 5 hours tonight, so I'm gonna be on for quite a while. Yeah, I'm in America, man. I'm in the same time zone as the American folks, man. I gotta be on the American time zone.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you'll be on all night. Perfect.
I'll be on all night. Find me, man.
All right, good game.
All right,
I'll see you
I'm
later.
gonna go get some dinner. See you later, man.
Okay.
All right, let's go get something to eat.哎，妈，我可以吃饭了吗？ 我可以吃饭了吗？可以，你等一下，那饭这块热。我从去啊。Alright. I just asked if I could eat. I said, can I have dinner now? They said no. Yeah, I switched it up. But you see, somebody asked me, who do I speak with? What do I speak with? My mom and dad? I speak Chinese. Huh? Oh, okay. All right. 吃饭。我弄我的吃播。你把那东西摆好了以后，我就出来了。Okay? Alright, I'm going back. Never mind. It ain't ready. It ain't ready. You know what's kind of funny? Let me tell you guys something that's kind of funny. My dad thought I was just going to come out and eat dinner by myself. He didn't realize I was going to carry like 600 people with me. When he realized I had my phone in my hand and I was about to stream it, his facial expression changed up quick. He was like, oh shit, let me get the table ready. He was like, give me 10 minutes. I'm going to get the table ready. You know, he thought I was just going to be by myself. And then he realized I was having like 600 some people watching. He was like, oh, give me 10 minutes. I'll get the table ready. You know, we're having guests over. We're having 600 guests over. Thank you, Stan. Thank you, JoJo. Yeah, my dad said, come back in 10 minutes. You know, I'll say one thing, man. Like, I don't say one thing. I say a lot of things on a live stream. I will say one more thing before we go and have dinner. One of the things I really love about this home, one of the things I really, really love about this home, would you guys allow me to show you guys some things that I'm very proud of? Would you guys allow me to do that? Would you guys allow me to show you guys some stuff? For those of you guys who were watching late last night, you have to see it again. Let me show you guys something, okay? All right, let me show you guys like some of the things that I feel like is a good illustration of like how to be you know what? I don't want this to be like I don't want it to sound like a lecture. I'm just going to tell you guys like how we as a family, my mom and dad and I, the way that we view things in this world, okay? And, you know, you'll see it through our lens and I'll tell you what I mean, okay? And you can see it. All right, let me give you, so I apologize if you saw this last night. If you were watching at like 2 a.m. in the morning last night, I apologize if I have to show you this again, but a lot of people weren't, okay? Like, for a lot of you guys who are watching, you go out and you buy furniture. And there's a lot of wealthy people who watch our channel because they love culture, they love history. Our content tends to attract a very sophisticated clientele, a lot of middle class, upper middle class, a lot of wealthy people watch as well. You see like those Italian designer brands and those French Italian brands, right? Where like one freaking chair is like $3,000 or like one freaking table is like $6,000 because it's an Italian designer, right? I've always said that the best things that you should be buying is based on the quality and the actual raw material that goes into it. Meaning this chair right here, which we love as a family, we love to spend our money on things like this, was made, handmade by Amish artisans in the state of Pennsylvania. So this chair came out of an Amish work warehouse. The Amish actually made this by hand. Obviously, there's some machines involved. They actually do use machines, by the way. Don't think they're just using chisels. They use machines. This is made out of solid American walnut wood. So this right here is walnut wood, the best walnut wood you can find in America. And they don't use any nails whatsoever. There's no nails on this chair. All the all the ends are using the traditional Amish method, which is it's called it's like dovetailing and whatever Morton and tenery, a lot of different words. And look at the quality of this wood. It's all natural grain. There's only a little bit of a lacquer on there to protect the wood, okay? And you could just see the quality. Even all these things on the base is all wood, okay? And this chair before the pandemic, and now it's probably like $1,200 for a chair like this. But when we bought this chair, this chair was $800. Okay, this was like $800 for this chair. And you buy things for the substance. You buy things for the, you know what I'm saying? That's my whole philosophy in life. What's up, uncle? Don't do it for the brand. There's actually a cherry version of this, which is cheaper. This was only like $450. This was like $800 because American walnut is very expensive. So let me show you guys something else. Okay, y'all see this little chair right here? Y'all see this little dresser over here? Okay, y'all see this little dresser over here? Okay, this is made out of American cherry from Pennsylvania. This is again made by the Amish. Okay, it's a solid cherry dresser. Okay, like just look at how thick this wood is. Like, look at this. And this dresser is like, I mean, if this was like an Italian designer brand, like some bougie ass designer brand from Italy, this probably be like $8,000-9,000. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like $10,000, you know, or like some abstract. Thank you, Shalgo. Like, you know, some abstract furniture where it's like a little, you know, weird, goofy looking piece of furniture. Some people like it, but that's not my cup of tea. Whereas here, you're buying high quality American furniture, right? And it's a very reasonable price. This thing was like, it's like $1,500 or like $1,800 or something like that before the pandemic. You know, now it's probably a little bit more expensive, but like just look at the quality of like the wood. Look at the quality. Look at the slabs of like how like thick these wood are, right? And my bed is the exact same way. Thank you, Kashonda. Right, where you see like the beautiful grains of the wood. So my whole thing is like, I am not frugal. Neither my dad is very frugal and I am very frugal, but we're not very frugal when it comes to like what we think are high quality things that have a human touch. Does that make sense? That we are willing, very, very willing and happy to pay for. High quality things that are not overpriced because of a brand. You're buying things like that are, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to buy things for the substance. And you can see the difference in color between the walnut and cherry. So, like I said, my parents are not very materialistic people, but they do love like little things like this, like little wood furniture like this. And it's not terribly expensive for one of these things over here. I mean, this like a cherry one is like $400. You know what I'm saying? Like $450. Now it's probably $600 because of inflation. But, you know, these are the things that, you know, that kind of just like my philosophy on, like, it doesn't have to be expensive, but you should look for things that are like well-crafted, well-made, handmade, made from material that's kind of given to you by God, which is what wood is. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's Amish handmade. All these things are handmade. I mean, they're going to use machines as well, but it's like, you should look at this little TV, right? Look at the little TV thing right here. Right, let me look at the grain of this thing right here. You know, even I've gotten into it because of my dad. Like, look at this. These are all like indoors, right? These are all freaking solid wood. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful. And you know, and this is the other craziest thing about it is, you know how much this costs in China? If you wanted to get a nice chair like this in China using American walnut wood, this is actually what's kind of crazy. It's actually even cheaper in China. It's actually even cheaper in China because they ain't got no Amish people in China. I tell you that, man, ain't no Chinese Amish people walking around. All these different styles that you see here actually comes out of a factory. So this is actually even cheaper. So you can have very nice quality things for pretty cheap. Does that make sense, everybody? Does that make sense? Is that making sense, everybody? Okay. Thank you, Granny Lou. let me go ahead and grab this and go to dinner. It's time to get some dinner, everybody. Thank you, Granny. You know what I love about being able to stream at this time is the fact that I have plenty of time. I'm on the same time zone as you guys. I don't need to be in a rush. I'll be eating in the kitchen. I'm gonna give you guys a little kitchen tour. All right, we got a very humble kitchen. I'm gonna give you guys a little kitchen tour. It's my dinner. Very simple dinner. We got some beef, we got some rice, and we got some vegetables. 3 dishes. Rice, beef, vegetables. Very, very simple. Okay? Like I said, man, just a little middle class, little humble abode. We ain't got no fancy shit in the kitchen. Just a very, very, Oh, by the way, this is the shit for Uncle Hyotu. We brought this all the way from China for Uncle Hyotu. See, look, this is the original oven that came with the house in the 1990s. The original oven, this one right here. Still high quality, like, still works perfectly. Beautiful. Anyway, time to eat. Time to eat. Still works perfectly. Yeah, it's perfect, man. I'm telling you guys, man, this is... Man, I'm telling you guys, man, this is... Wait, I thought I had a... Oh, Uncle Hyotu's watching this. I thought I had a... I thought I had a lobster. Thank you, Jack. Hey, Mama. I thought I had a lobster. Damn, I ain't got no lobster. They ate the lobster. Ain't gonna be no lobster, man. Lobster my ass. Ain't gonna be no lobster. It's gonna be beef for me. Somebody took my lobster. Be happy with what we have. Lord, thank you for this meal. I am grateful. Shit. Amen. So for dinner, if you haven't seen, we got beef, we got vegetables, oh, we got rice. I'm very happy being at home, man. I'm very, very happy. Like I said, we're not rich, but we got everything we need. And we earned this by working hard in America.